My name is Esther. I'm in my early 40s, which means I'm on Facebook. Facebook tends to be quite confused about my age because it doesn't really seem to know what kind of diaper ads it wants to send me. I recently also started crying at funerals, mostly out of jealousy. In order to lift my spirits though, I started working on a funeral vision board. Because I figured the only way my dad is going to walk me down the aisle, it would be in a casket. To be fair though, lots of people actually think I'm not younger than I really am. But I don't really think it's because of the way I look. I think it's because of how little I have achieved in life. I do actually have a fancy degree from quite a fancy university, but then I decided to write my thesis on Jesus' foreskin. So I've been a pretty decent bartender for the last 20 years. The things I hate about aging is there's progressively more young people. Talking to young people, especially when it comes down to mental health. You see, I'm diagnosed autistic, but by a doctor and not by TikTok. I'm the kind of off that when my mum started studying psychology later in life, she decided to write her thesis on me. I am actually autistic, but I'm not one of those smart ones. I'm really bad with numbers. Legitimately bad with numbers. My autism is more so that I'm really bad with my feelings. And my autistic superpower would be that when I feel overwhelmed, I vomit. I also don't really like touch that much, which is really tricky if you want to get into a relationship. I think I've disappointed many men. To be fair though, my ex got me used to disappointment so much that I currently only charge my vibrators halfway. For someone that doesn't like touch, it's really weird how sexually promiscuous I was in my 20s. I had a lot of threesomes in my 20s, But when I think about that now, that might actually be because I'm legitimately that bad with numbers. Also, drugs work differently on a non-neurotypical brain. For instance, caffeine makes me tired. And I've tried ecstasy and MDMA and they make me cranky, actually quite aggressive. And alcohol makes me a better driver. I was thinking, because alcohol is my favorite drug, I was thinking I need to log my alcohol intake, so I downloaded a diet app. And it turns out I drink for a family of 4. I am actually trying to drink less nowadays, which is weird, because if you drink less and you try to better your life a bit, you notice things about yourself. And what I notice is that I am insanely depressed. And to keep up with the young folk, I googled depression. And in that Google search it came out that I have a lot in common with suicide bombers. You see, it makes sense because we both live in a world that we don't like and we're thinking about drastic things to change it. And what I also have in common with suicide bombers is that we both don't want to die alone. I got into a hole of Googling random facts, so I'll give you 2 more before I leave. One of them is that I found out that the human male ejaculates at 45 kilometers an hour, which is why I think it should be made illegal in a school zone. And the last fact I'll share with you is that this one is actually quite painful, and I want to share it with you because of half the pain sharing it. Is that I found out that your sexual kinks are hereditary. Which means that the next time that you feel lonely at home, in the dark, and you open up your laptop, and you masturbate to something deeply disturbing, I need you to then remember that Your mom likes that too.